I will die on this hill. The number one friendship red flag to look out for is insecurity. Because they're deeply insecure in themselves, they will project their unhappiness onto you and sabotage aspects of your life. You know what they say, misery enjoys company. If somebody is deeply insecure, they think the whole world is focused on them. I was friends with this girl who was so insecure, she genuinely believed that all eyes were on her and that every single person was judging her. If we got invited out somewhere, I couldn't just enjoy my time. I had to be counseling her through every single little interaction she had. And we would usually just end up leaving early or just not go altogether because she was just in her own head the whole entire time. I wasn't getting to have any fun and I was having to spend my spare time picking up her self-esteem. But the biggest reason to stay away from an insecure friend is because they will try to bring you down with them. Whatever qualities they hate in themselves, they will try to apply to you. Another friend I had, she was very overtly insecure, but I thought it was an internal hatred, so I wasn't too worried about it like coming around to bite me. In 2 years of friendship, we had never gotten into any sort of fight or disagreement over anything. But literally the second we had a conflict, she went absolutely off on me. She was like calling me a vile, self-centered person and then just started naming all these qualities that she hated about me. I noticed that the qualities she was naming sounded really awfully familiar. It was all the things that she felt insecure about and that she hated in herself. Except now she was projecting those qualities onto me. It was an insane overreaction to the situation we were in. But that's what a deeply insecure person will do. They have this inner hatred. And when you have that much hatred in your heart, it's not just limited to yourself. And when something doesn't go their way or when something threatens them, they're going to release all that hatred onto you. The last reason I would run the opposite direction from an insecure friend is because they compare everything you do to themselves. Quite literally, they view you as their competition. And because of that, they will never let you have a win for your accomplishments in your life. So I took this one class in university and this girl asked me like what my final mark was. And I was like, oh yeah, I got an 85 in the class. And this girl just goes, yeah, that prof grade's like really easy, right? And I was like, no, like I worked hard, don't undermine me. And she was all like, I had her as a prof last year and I got a 90 in the class and I put in like no effort. But I think she's like really liked me. That girl was trying to make something as simple as a university class a competition. And I think that's because she is insecure in herself. Because a secure person doesn't feel the need to go around and ask everyone else what their mark is. She was doing that 100% because she wanted to make me feel worse than myself so that it would uplift her. That girl was more an acquaintance. I didn't let her become my friend. If you're gonna make everything a competition, I don't want to have you around me. Okay, that's all I have for today. Bye guys.
I grew up in the era of drinking apple cider vinegar, the flat tummy tea, and watching flat tummy workout videos while laying in bed at 11 years old doing sit-ups. I grew up with, if your thighs touch, they're too big. If you can't put your fingers around your wrist, you're too big. At the age of 11, I learned what Weight Watchers was, and I obviously had to start counting my points. I heard the phrase, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels, far too many times in my life. And none of this was because of my parents. I was so lucky, and I know a lot of people don't have this. I was so lucky that I grew up with parents who told me how beautiful I was, and my parents never pointed out my weight or told me what I could and couldn't wear. It was the magazines, it was the media, it was society, it was the other girls in my elementary school gym class. And that negative view towards your body, those negative feelings towards yourself, they stick with you and they shape you. Sometimes I feel really defeated when I think about how much social media and TikTok is ruining our body image and how insecure my generation is going to be. And then I think about the diet culture in the 2000s. We have come so far, and I truly believe that my generation is the one to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna follow that beauty standard. I'm more focused on if I'm healthy than if I look sexy. And the thing is, anytime I post a video like this, there's always a couple random comments that are like, it's not that hard, go to the gym, you're just lazy, you're promoting obesity. And I do go to the gym. I do work out. I'm not lazy. Like, it's just I'm choosing to not change my body to fit this beauty standard that is fucking impossible. Think about the beauty standard we have right now, okay? In 20 years, it's not gonna look like that. In 10 years, it's not gonna look like that. Think about how many times the beauty standard has changed in the past 100 years, where women are literally just changing and morphing their bodies to please everybody else. Like, what about pleasing me? I wanna please me. Sometimes I think about eyebrows, okay? It used to be literally the beauty standard to have very thin eyebrows, okay? And if you had thick eyebrows, even if you loved them, you had to make them thin because it was the beauty standard. Everybody had thin eyebrows. Okay, now we have this beauty standard of like thick soap brows. So what, everybody's eyebrows just grew overnight? No, everybody changed themselves to fit what this beauty standard is. Like, wouldn't it be so beautiful if we all just had different eyebrows and we didn't care? Like, if you think about it, what is an eyebrow? Like, what's an eyebrow? If we started teaching young people that it's more important to be a good person than a good-looking person, the world would be pretty freaking amazing in a few years.
Here's why being a younger sister is superior. Tag your sister in the comments. We would never admit this, but we low-key got away with everything, or at least a lot more than an older sister. The older sister kind of broke the parents in for us, so when it got to our turn, they were a lot less strict. For example, the age we got our phones, or like curfews or sleepovers. Like, my older sister had to do some negotiating for those, and I just got them. Sorry, girl. And I remember getting my first phone way earlier than my sister did. Like, they basically walked so we could run. As the younger sister, we are funnier. Like, there's just no arguing. And yeah, it just is how it is. We're never really expected to be like the super responsible one. The older sister is always like the first pick to help or to do a chore. You kind of have two moms in a way. Like, your older sister is always looking out for you and is there to protect you, and like us too as younger siblings, but like it's not the same. Not only can we learn from our own mistakes, we can learn from our older siblings' mistakes. It's like always having someone test the water before you go in. If you guys have any more, please comment them so I can read them. And honestly, I would love it if an older sister did this video because I really want to see the opposite point of view. Don't forget to tag your older sister because this is gonna annoy her. Bye, guys.
I feel like I'm kind of experiencing being a girl for the first time in a while, which, let me explain. I was on birth control for about 6 years, and then I cold turkeyed it, and it's been probably about 7 months since I've been on it, and I finally got my period back. And since, I have had about 3 full periods, which I'm so grateful for, but girl, I'm struggling. The skin tint from e.l.f. is so pretty. I love it. It also has SPF 50 in it, which is crazy. When I was on birth control, I didn't used to get a period, so I didn't have a period consistently for about 6 years, so that's been like one of the biggest things that I've had to adjust to, is having a period again. The crazy thing is that every single time that I would ask like my OB if like, you know, me not having a period was normal, they'd be like, oh yeah, it's fine, like totally normal. And I just still can't get down with that. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that me not having a period for 6 years is normal. I also feel like I'm just in desperate need of a vacation. Like, I have been in Arizona way too long and it's so hot here, you guys. Like, it is literally 110 today. I obviously post so much about like healthy lifestyle, routines, feeling good, mindset, all the things, but girl, I'm just a girl, okay? I still go through it. I still have my days. I still go through my own mental challenges, and I just want to say that because it is so normal to go through those things because we are human and it's not going to just always be rainbows and sunshine. I recently rediscovered this mascara from Kylie Cosmetics and I'm obsessed with it. It literally feels like I just put like falsies on. I also have been putting castor oil on my eyelashes every single night and I feel like the growth has been crazy. It's your reminder that it's okay to have bad days. It's okay to feel like you're in a rut, but self-care is the highest form of self-respect. So show up for yourself, put a little bit of makeup on. It will always make you feel
Things I'm insecure about as somebody who sees themselves as a pretty confident person. Everyone has their own things that they're insecure about, and I feel like they're not always talked about on social media because it is such a highlight reel. So I thought, why not just like dish out all my issues today? I don't necessarily want to call them issues because I do love myself, but these are just things that I struggle with personally. The first one is just not looking my age, because this has been really heavy on my mind recently. I never noticed this one before I did social media, but all of my comments always say like, oh, I thought you were 15 or 16, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but then I started spiraling and thinking like, oh, no one's ever gonna take me seriously because I look like a teenager, and I'm actually turning 23 next month. There are times after I realized this where I would stop wearing color, because I thought that wearing pink and stuff would make me look even younger than I am, when in reality I should have just been wearing whatever I want. I did that a lot in college, but I'm back on my pink bullshit now. Like, it's my favorite color. I've never been the biggest fan of my nose. And it's so silly because it's only because when I was younger, like 2 people told me that my nose was flat. I'm obviously a lot more comfortable with her now, but as I've grown up, I've noticed that I have a bump when I turn to the side, and it's so tiny that like nobody would even notice it but myself, but I notice it. And then I don't like it. I've also also always been super insecure about my rosacea and always looking like I have the weirdest blush placement of all time. I did gymnastics when I was younger, and the girls there would always ask me why I'm wearing blush to practice, and I was like, I'm literally not. Even if I was, that shouldn't be a problem, but because of that, the first time my mom ever let me like wear makeup, I was just wearing so much foundation all over my cheeks. But still, to this day, I still find myself trying to cover it up some days. I was always a super quiet kid, and then as I got older, I became more outspoken and like loud, and a lot of the time I don't care what people think, and then a lot of the time I'm like, wow, am I like way too outspoken? Like, should I not have said these things? It's like not having social anxiety in the present of the social setting, but when you get home, you just rethink everything you said. Never like trusted men growing up, and I still don't, and that started with my dad, and then obviously like I had my heart broken by dating men, so it's just very hard for me to like let a man in no matter how good of a person they are, which that is something I'm still working on to this day. I always go back and forth between loving my boobs and then wanting a boob job. I was never blessed in the tits and ass department. I feel like that also contributes sometimes to me looking so young. I used to hate my eye shape growing up, and now it's my favorite feature on my face. Now that I'm done listing all those things out, I want you to take a step back and realize that you've probably never thought these things about me. And I post on the internet every single day. And that means nobody's looking into your insecurities as hard as you are. So even though it's okay to have off days, just make sure you're being kind to yourself. Okay, love you.
Get
Bye.
ready with me for a party. So the theme is white lie, but I don't even know if anyone's doing it, but like I want to do it. And the people we're going with like don't even know if they like want to go. I also just ordered food, so hopefully that gets here soon because I'm really hungry, but hopefully it doesn't make me bloated. And I think on my shirt I'm gonna make it say I'm not famous, but like I hope it's not like egotistical because I'm like not like that famous. And yeah, I'm really tired, but I'm gonna have to pull through because it's like the first party of the summer, but it's like a random party I think, so like I don't even know if it's gonna be fun or if we're gonna stay for a long time, but like hey, if we're all going, it'll be fun. And if you guys saw my last video, like look at these nails, like these are so pretty. Also you guys, I'm really frustrated at DoorDash right now because I had a Dash Pass and then I canceled it before it expired, like before like my free trial expired, because like I don't want to pay for that. But then I tried to join my friend's family plan afterwards because like she has Dash Pass, and like I just was trying to join it because mine like expired, and then it was saying that I can't join it yet because it's not expired yet, and I was so confused because it was expired. So like sometimes it tells me I have it. What the frick, bro? So if any of you guys know how to help me, like LMK, or if any of you have discount codes, also LMK. Also, sorry if it's really loud. I have my fan on because it's really freaking hot in my room. You guys, my goon squad is coming over right before we go to the party, so that'll be fun. And I forgot to tell you guys, but Zarai's actually been here this entire time. I low-key thought Goon Squad was like an original name, but every time we send each other funny TikToks, the username is like Goon Squad. Like every single one. I know.
I thought we came up with that.
Guys, I haven't gotten actually ready in such a long time, so I'm very excited to be doing this right now. My skin is not doing very good right now, like especially like around my mouth. Like I don't know if that's because I've been eating so much candy all the time, but I always eat so much candy all the time and it never has affected me. I haven't really been changing anything except for the fact that my fridge is broken, so like I've just been not eating like at all. Okay, that's not true. I like eat, but I mean like I like barely eat. Maybe it's like that I'm not eating like real food because I don't really have any real food right now because my fridge is freaking broken. Also, guys, like, don't think I literally just don't have food in my house, because I have a freezer, an outside freezer, and I have, like, 3 mini fridges. And they're, like, kind of big mini fridges. So, like, we're low-key doing, like, just fine. Oh, I also have not been drinking water either because I don't have ice. Like, my actual, like, freezer that produces ice is broken. I don't drink, like, not ice water. So, like, this isn't my parents' fault, you guys. This is nobody's fault but my own. But yeah, guys, I think I'm in my flop era right now because every time I get, like, a viral video, the ones after it, like, do, like, really bad. Okay, I'm just gonna do my mascara and then I'll do my lips later and then we can make my white lie shirt. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna make it say I am not famous. Alright, guys, here it is. So, yeah, I'll see you guys